Good afternoon from the Superbook.com sports desk. I'm Joe Hunk. All sorts of Titans news as the first injury report of the season is out for the Titans and Giants. Lonnie Johnson, Elijah Molden, both of which did not practice today due to a groin injury. Linebacker Chance Campbell was limited today in practice for the Titans because of a knee, and Jamarco Jones was limited because of a tricep. Now, on the Giants side of this, everybody on the list was a limited participant in practice. Dane Belton, as well as Sterling Shepard, who was out with an Achilles. But the big name on this, who did practice in a limited capacity, is Kayvon Thibodeau, the linebacker for the Giants, who has been out for the last few weeks with an injury. The breaches report is out. Breaches, injury, all that. All blue for the Titans coming up on Sunday. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans and home to 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Three John 104.5 The Zone. What up, people? We've been told on the Zone TV chat that this is Giants Hate Week.
Okay.
And then we were discussing that during the break. Do you even hate the Giants? I just kind of feel like they're just kind of sitting over there, you know? Like, hey, they're the Giants.
I don't think they give you enough to hate.
I think only New England people hate them.
Not that you can't
That's it,
win,
yeah.
and that was a while ago, but yes, that's probably true. And New England won enough Super Bowls, they don't care. But it's been a while, right? Like, and look, we're going to get a heavy dose of Saquon Barkley, and if he's good, then that could be a problem.
Then great.
But Robert Woods going to be a problem too, right, Clay?
Oh, you better believe it's gonna be a problem. And the reason, you know what? I ain't gonna rile all the way up yet.
You going to rile all the way up?
I ain't gonna rile all the way up yet, Babsy.
All right, 3:45. Slave thinks Robert Woods will be the leading pass.
Slay riles up. What's wrong with your little watch?
I don't know.
How do you deal with like big earrings and headphones?
I was just thinking about it because I don't wear them very often. But I had a LT360 luncheon today, so I actually wore earrings and showered.
Took a shower and dressed up. And
did all those things. Yeah. And they kind of hurt. I'm going to have to take them off. Yeah, they hurt my headphones. I see why radio people don't wear big earrings. Can you see them outside of my headphones?
Just the bottom part.
Not
so
on
I asked her, I said, are those hectagons or squares? And she goes, yes.
Yes.
See, I thought she just answered just to be like.
I actually had no idea what he was talking about, so I just said yes.
I knew it.
Now I know
a year
what you
ago,
were
I wouldn't have known that. I know now.
Yes.
So you had no idea what I did. Like,
no clue.
And you didn't even care. Like,
No,
what's he talking about?
that's-
Squares or hectagons?
I didn't even care to ask.
But yeah.
Yeah, so there she is. She's Dawn Davenport.
Hey! Yes.
No. No
All right,
meaning
Giants
yes.
hate. Giants hate week. I'm in. I'm here. I'm here for it.
Ron Slay's here.
Yeah.
He
Are
is
you-
in the building.
Why? In the building. I ain't got no roof. I ain't had this yesterday.
You're not fried tired today?
No matter of fact, cut that hump. Give the people what they've been waiting on. Yeah. Carl ain't got no roof. I was ready yesterday.
I heard your quarterback
Carl
on
ain't got no roof.
with Buck Rising today. Mike Wright was on the Buck
Hey,
Rising show.
I'm just letting
today.
y'all know. Hey, man. Hey, it's serious. I was delayed yesterday. My flight was delayed coming in from Friedland. But I'm here today, baby.
So you were in Fried Land on Labor Day.
Yes, and I couldn't.
All up in it.
I couldn't get on the flight back. My flight just kept getting delayed.
The flight was hungover.
It was. Most
There he
definitely
is.
was.
Joe Hunk, producer of the show.
back.
So we're going to do these on Monday, where we do the soft offensive line of the week.
And they still on the board.
And the award winner for week one was Kentucky.
Sucky.
They gave up 4 sacks, 4 tackles for a loss, 2 quarterback hurries to the Miami Redhawks. Kentucky tight ends coach and recruiting coordinator Vince Marrow did not appreciate our week one offensive line of the week. award going to Kentucky. He tweeted, quote, "Calling our guys soft, LOL, at UK football will never be soft. Trust me on that, partner."
SAWFT, soft.
Did he tag you? Anybody in it?
No, but
Yeah, how did you see it? 'Cause you saw it and texted it to us.
yeah, I don't know how I saw it. It just popped up, and
The Matrix.
yeah, right now. But the thing is, like, okay, if we're not the only one saying it, that means somebody else was saying it. It's where smoke. There's a little fire too.
Cavassier Smoke needed more touches.
Yes, he
that
did.
was another problem.
Yes, he did. But hey, the good thing about it, y'all, you have an opportunity this weekend to show you not so. Matter of fact, to show you a bully in the swamp where it looks to be a team has found their identity. Napier said they have bought in. And also on top of that, y'all, they said they out there bullying people around.
So was 3HL trying to affect the Florida-Kentucky game by naming the Kentucky offensive line the offensive line of the week?
If possible, hell yeah. Why wouldn't we? We're in the head. I'm in his head. I'm in his head.
If this guy's tweeting it, you know they're talking about it in the
Come on,
locker
man.
room.
Yes.
You know they're talking about it because I talked about John Schlarman yesterday, and that he is not okay with that.
See?
He would have never been okay with
That label?
anybody even thinking that. And by the way, apparently we aren't the only ones. Roman Harper this morning
Uh-oh.
called the offensive line soft.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening, Roman Harper.
Hey, man, we just on point. That's what it sounds like to me.
Hey, we're setting the trends here.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Here's the goal. All y'all offensive line people out there that are listening secretly in your little locker room caves. You don't want to be on this list?
No.
Go out there and battle.
No, you don't.
Be a grown man.
Come on, man. You got other.
Impose your will.
Come on, talk to him, y'all. Talk to him.
Don't be on this list.
You got the opportunity to be on Babs' Badass of the Week list.
That's right.
And I mean, Babs, who was on that list? Who did you go with? You went with my guy.
I went with KJ Jefferson.
So did. I didn't
You
get
went
to write
with
that down.
I wrote it
Anthony
down.
Richardson.
Yep, sure did.
And pissed off some Tennessee
Yeah, so
fans.
did.
We're naming all kinds of players of the week. We
Yeah.
got the Slaymaker of the week, who was Anthony Richardson.
Mm-hmm.
Babs' Badass of the week, who was KJ Jefferson.
That's right.
And by the way, Babs' Badass of the week doesn't necessarily have to be a football player,
No, it doesn't.
even during football season.
It can be somebody else.
Because we had a late entry
Yes.
in the WNBA world.
And I knew it was going to come out, but I didn't know. I didn't want to jump the gun. But Asia Wilson, whew, I mean, a D-O-G dog.
D-O-G-G-G-G-G.
Man.
Defensive dog.
I mean, hey, man, Defensive Player of the Year and MVP. That's two of them for her. It's her second MVP in a league where, hey, I'm going to be honest, I want to see Candace Parker go get another one, but Asia Wilson is going to be tough to stop, man.
There's Ron Slade with the 3HL WNBA report.
Boom, boom.
Titans wearing Navy on Navy. Y'all like that?
Britches report. Nope, I do.
I'm
I
okay
like
with
it.
it.
That means
like
it's not going to be hot on Sunday. Because normally first couple weeks of the season in the South, the home team always wears white.
Yeah, the humidity
Really?
is supposed to be good the next few days.
I ain't never known that.
Mickey
I
says
hate white
that-
on white. Hate it.
I know. She doesn't.
Because
Okay, to go further into it, Babs doesn't like big dudes in white.
yeah, I can understand that.
See? He's with me.
I can understand it.
What about the white party?
Yeah, all white, but it's got like some blue streaks in there. They wouldn't make it.
No, I'm just saying, at the white party, there's big dudes wearing white.
Oh, yeah, you got to be in there fly.
Yeah.
I'm one of them.
Yeah.
I'm one of them. Just
There's
saying.
a difference in the all white party and football pants. Just saying.
Okay.
There's not a lot left to the imagination.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You gotta
But
paint
the Old
picture.
Navy, Mickey always says, like, if you go one color, it looks like pajamas. Do y'all think that too? I'll be honest. I really don't care what uniforms they wear. I wish that they would, and
I like
they
the
can't do it this year. They're going to do it next year. Wear the throwback Oiler unis.
Yeah.
I would love to see that. I love the oil derrick on the helmet and the Love You Blues stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That is like low key one of the best uniforms that have ever been out there.
I don't know if it's low key.
Is it not low key?
No.
It's hockey.
I'll tell you, if you go to the pro shop right now at Nissan Stadium, the amount of Oilers gear that the Titans have added to that store.
Oh, really?
Oh, everything that I saw the other day in there that I loved was all Oilers gear.
See, and I'm like the marketing guys over at the Titans, I love them dearly. But they used to tell me, because I've been saying this forever, and they're like, look, man, we're trying to brand the Titans, kind of walk away from the whole Oilers thing. And but now they're embracing it.
Well, because I think you've also branded the Titans by now.
Yeah.
You know?
True.
Mm-hmm.
So Navy on Navy.
I like the Navy on Navy too.
Titans favored by 5.5. The Titans-Giants game kickoff at 3:25. Not spotted at practice today. Per Jim Wyatt, defensive backs Elijah Molden and Lonnie Johnson Jr. Neither practiced on Monday either.
Injury report. Is it out yet?
I have not seen it yet.
Nope.
You have it?
Yes, it is out.
Hey.
Yep.
All right, Hunt, go for it.
As you just said, Elijah Molden as well as Lonnie Johnson did not participate in practice today. You also had, now the interesting one for the Giants was the fact that Kayvon Thibodeau actually did practice. It was limited participant, but he did practice today.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see if Thibodeau will be able to go.
Sterling Shepard for the Giants was also a limited participant today in practice as well. There were two more for the Titans. That would be Jamarco Jones and Chance Campbell were both limited in practice as well.
There you go. Thank you. Injury report.
Word up.
Titans captains
It's pretty
named
small.
today.
Yeah, we love it.
We'll
like
take
that.
it. Jamarco Jones, Chance Campbell, Elijah Molden, Lonnie Johnson. That's it.
Hey, okay.
I guess
To
you
an
go
extent.
Ugo Amadi at slot corner, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. Not ruling those guys out yet, but we'll see. Captain's name today, Ryan Tannehill. It's his third captaincy for the Titans. Derrick Henry, his third as well. Ben Jones, his second. Kevin Byard,
Come on, Bayard.
his third.
Bayard.
We know his name's Byard.
I know.
We're just having fun. Defensive tackle Jeffrey Simmons, his second.
Woo, we deep out here.
And Ola Adeni,
Come on, man.
his first.
Come on, man.
He's going to have to be good.
Come on, man.
I mean, he got it for his special teams work, but he's going to have to.
Oh, but
good.
he'll come around that edge too, though.
Yeah.
He did good in preseason from what I was watching, and practice, and joint practice.
Word up. All right, Coach Mack is in the building.
Let's go, Mac.
He's in the building.
Let's go, Mac. Let's pay him.
Lucas Fancy just literally walked by right as we said that.
Hey, man, I'm ready. I just want everybody to know I'm ready.
You're ready because he brought you a big old bottle of tequila
Yes,
in a box.
It's in a box. Right on cue.
Much rather have
There's some good
bottle
stuff
of
right here,
tequila.
y'all. I ain't even had it before.
Yeah, you know it's good when it has like a full pamphlet with engraved stuff on it.
And it's like it's got its own home.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
this is his home.
Yeah.
What
Look.
are you, it's almost too pretty. It looks
That's
like a
what I-
presidential seal.
It got its own cap separate. Like the cap got a place for it
Jeez.
up here in the penthouse.
That's like fancy.
Very. I wonder is this crystal?
I wouldn't even drink that.
I wouldn't touch it.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Why are you taking it out of its case?
Hey, everyone. Settle down.
Leave it in its home.
Everyone
It's
settle
not
down.
good enough to leave its home yet.
Listen, y'all ain't been to Fried Land. I've been to Fried Land. Until you on Fried Land, you don't tell me what to do with my bottles.
That bottle's going to whimper when you take it out of its home.
It's in a box.
December 23rd, 2013 when it was
Oh,
bottled.
my Lord.
Tighten up. It's a tighten up. One shot every win.
Ooh, I like it.
That's what we're going to do with
Were
that.
Bubba and Dixon's daughters born before that thing?
No. 13. Yes. Yeah, she was. Allie was. I think. I'm about to go back. Do my research.
Okay, break.
Tighten up.
Honk, hit the brake.
Let's dive into the money, honey bunny. All that really has nothing to do with you getting the money, but Superbook Sports, that's the location you want to get to. And let me tell you how to do that. You download Superbook Sports app or visit superbook.com. Start placing your bets right now. NFL season has arrived. No more betting, no preseason, no more guessing, none of that. It's time to line them up, knock them down, and collect our check, baby. Yep, with Superbook Sports, that's what we're going to do now. Listen, exclusively right now, Superbook Sports, Derrick Henry to score a touchdown is now boosted exclusively in Tennessee. You hear that? Yep. So you better dive on there. Get in on your bet. With Derrick Henry score a touchdown, it's boosted from -175 to -135. So load up, make a part of that parlay, get into it. I'm here to do it. You get into it. Get into action right now with Superbook Sports. Visit superbook.com for terms and conditions. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-899-9789. Book it.
Rates have come down a bit recently, though they're still higher than they were a year ago. But you know what else has gone up? Interest rates on credit cards and HELOCs. That's why you need a trusted local advisor from Accurate Mortgage to help guide you through this crazy market for your home purchase or refinance. Not just some Joe Blow off the internet in an anonymous chat box. Unlike the big online lenders, Accurate Mortgage are not just a number to make a quick buck off of. Accurate will only ever advise a loan that makes sense for you financially. Even though rates may be higher than your current mortgage, a cash-out refi might be able to save you money every month by getting rid of higher interest rate consumer debts. Don't lose the savings in your wallet to the interest rate in your head. Tina and Donaldson able to save over $600 per month by using an Accurate Mortgage cash-out refi to pay off several high-interest credit cards. Even though her rate went up a bit on her mortgage, she was still ahead by more than $600 per month. Tina's plans to use the extra $600 to pay off her new mortgage in record time, 10 years early, and be debt-free. So if you're looking to purchase a home, do a cash-out refi to renovate your current home or pay off high-interest credit card debt. Let the loan advisors at Accurate Mortgage help you find the right loan solution for you. Visit Accurate Mortgage today at AccurateMTG.com. Accurate Mortgage Group, a division of Acopia LLC, is an equal housing lender. NMLS number 4664.
just makes you sick. But
3HL 1045 The Zone. Titans released a hype video today. We retweeted it from 3HL. If you haven't seen it, you need to see it. Right, Babs?
Yes.
Did they mouth
Right, Slay Dog?
the first
that a
hater
clean
get drugged
version?
out? Yes, that is.
I listened to this
That's
thing
amazing.
6 times before.
Yeah.
There's a clean version?
There's a
Do
lot.
they change the words or just?
They changed a couple, but they also took a lot of lyrics out.
For all my Memphis people, man, I really want to get up a gangster walk to that. You know what I mean? But we're going to save it for Nissan Stadium. Man.
Coach Mack in studio, presented by Farm Bureau Health Plans. Need great health care coverage with an affordable price tag. Let Farm Bureau Health Plans coach you through it. They've been protecting Tennesseans for more than 75 years. Coach Mack, what's up? How are you? Good to see you.
well, I saw you last night.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm going to say that every time I see you because it's not like it's bad to see you, Coach.
The reason I came in was because last night when Rhett and I came in here to do Mac Talk, we had to run you guys out.
Right.
Because last year when we followed you guys were at Buffalo Wild Wings.
I'm glad you brought that up because tomorrow we're at Buffalo Wild Wings in Hendersonville.
That's what I say. You've changed it now, and so we didn't mean to run you out, but we did. And so
you did.
I had to come in here and visit.
Listen.
Rhett B. And I had to bring Ron Slay a present because I was a little upset with a story that I heard about his weekend. And anyway.
So you ran us out with these tales of bottles of tequila that come in boxes. And
then he
next
brought
thing
me
you
in.
know.
Yeah, it is. You know what I mean?
Slay had a Labor Day adventure with his friend Tito. No,
Don Julio and
Casamigos.
Casamigos, two partners.
both of them.
Yep. But this right here, this right here is a sipping. And Coach Mack, I want to thank you for this bottle. And it even comes with a little story in the book inside. So once again, Coach Mack is also teaching me on and off the field. This is why I admire the man.
How can you beat a tequila with a book? I mean, seriously.
I was just going to say.
Like,
any
you don't get
liquor
no
that
better.
comes in its own box with its own book and story.
Like,
I think
it's like
you're
me.
okay. That's a sipping liquor.
They're gonna bring me in a box with a story soon.
I hope
Slay
not.
in the box.
I hope not, Ron. I hope you enjoy that. Okay. If you don't, let me know. We'll find something else.
Coach Mack, Titans name captains today. Ryan Tannehill, Derrick Henry, each their third captaincy, along with Kevin Byard. Ben Jones, his second. Jeffrey Simmons, his second. Ola Adeni, his first. Hunk and I were talking before the show, and he had a great question. He said he talked with you about it yesterday. What are the responsibilities of the captains? Well,
the first thing is that's important for this, and everybody in this room and our listeners, I'm sure, have been involved with athletic teams. This captaincy for the Titans was not appointed. It's elected, and it's elected by your locker room. And so that's a huge thing to begin with. And in that, I mean, guys don't just bestow this on teammates just because they like them. Mm-hmm. You know, there's everything that they've done as far as work ethic. You know, field production is part of it, but you know, the whole picture is a huge part of it, and what they think that they can bring. And look, the locker room is sacred in the National Football League. When I went to work for Mike Ditka, I didn't know anything about working in the National Football League. He told me that locker room is the players. Mm-hmm. That belongs to the players. And in belonging to the players, you give them ownership of the team, and that's just the same way that electing captains belongs to the players. You know, and it's important because there's going to be times during the year when, you know, the message needs to be spread not by coaches. Mm-hmm. The message needs to be spread by the players. Yeah. And the message needs to be carried. And sometimes we've all been on athletic teams where some dudes has to stand up and say, look, this is enough, or this is not what we're about, or here's what we have to do. Nobody else. Here's what we have to do. That all involves being a captain. Yeah. It's not just going out for the coin toss. It's much more to it, especially when it's elected at a professional level. That's a pretty good honor.
That's what I love most about it. When you say they're elected by their peers, this is also saying that at that moment when it's dark, is like we're depending on you to carry us through there. And that's a hell of an honor.
Well, it is. It is. And not only just depending on their shoulders, but somebody has to always step up.
Yeah.
Because you can't have 53 voices. Mm-hmm. You know, you need to have a consensus, but you need one voice. And it's an important thing. I always really felt like that captains, especially in professional sports, was an important thing because it's always elected. Coaches don't appoint captains in professional sports. You might do it, you know, in junior high or high school, or because, you know, you don't know what somebody might vote for.
Yeah.
Just because they like somebody for homecoming king or queen or whatever. But this means something.
Yeah.
And so congratulations to those guys.
Yeah, I'm really loving this for Ryan Tannehill. Because when you say you can follow, and like you said, it's not you carrying it on your shoulders, but when you can say I'm going to follow you to lead me in that direction, I'm going that way, right or wrong. It is what it is. We're rolling with you. That's big time.
So let me say this, too, is the players know who the real dudes are.
Yeah.
Players know. You're not going to fool a locker room.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't fool a locker room, especially in professional sports. You just can't.
Yeah.
They know who the real people are.
Yeah.
So I'm speaking of the real dudes. Titans lost one to an ACL and Harold Landry, and obviously your defense changes without a guy like that on it. How and how difficult is it at that point in camp, close to? Yeah, well, out of camp, I guess, but close to the start of the season. How difficult is that transition and filling those shoes?
Well, the overall structure of your defense won't change.
Right.
Your matchups might change, which is, it's all matchups, as you well know, Don, in the National Football League on both sides of the ball. And Harold Landry had worked himself. I mean, you don't pay people unless they earn to be paid, especially nowadays the way the cap is. Harold Landry, since he has shown up here, has improved steadily every year and has become, he's become a 90% participant his last 3 years on snaps. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
And he's only done that because he can do so much. He can do a lot. We were just talking, when I came in here and sat with you guys, we were vetting him, 4 years ago coming out of Boston College. And when you read I read my report on him. I said, this is an edge rusher that's got, kind of fringe first round talent, definitely high second round talent. That's a motorcycle bend guy. And then, once he gets in the league, people say, well, can he develop an alternate move? Can he do something else? Because once the book is on you in the National Football League, then you've got to be able to have other things to go to. You can't just have one pitch in this league. And he's done that, and he's done it really, really well. And so, yeah, it's a big loss. But what you have to do now, and it's going to be much like what this team went through last year, losing Derrick Henry. You're not going to have another Derrick Henry on your team. And, you can't pay that many good players anymore. Right. You used to could. When I first came in the league in 1986 with the Bears, we could pay everybody. There was no salary cap. There was no free agency. So I could keep Ron Rivera. I could keep Al Harris. I could keep Jim Morrissey behind 3 Pro Bowl linebackers, and you could keep them forever. That doesn't happen now. So they will have to do it by committee, and they'll also do it, Don. Their game plan was probably in mind, but not in totality for this. But their game plan probably won't change a lot. But the matchups, who you match the other people up against with your opponent, that may change. Because that's what it's about. When you start putting defensive game plans together, especially when you start playing defense, especially in your chains plus package, which is your rush package, then you're looking for matchups. You're not looking for positions. You're looking for matchups. That's how it'll change.
So Harold Landry was able to do so many different kinds of things that you could really mask what you were doing on defense, right? So now from a personnel perspective, is it tough to, are you tipping your hand a little bit, but depending on who's in the game and what they – because, Rashad Weaver can get up the field as good as any NFL starter, I think, right now. But can he drop back in pass coverage? I don't know. Do you kind of play your hand based on what the personnel is?
The thing you'll have to do with that. See, there's not a book right now on Rashad Weaver in the league.
Right.
There's not a book. There's not a book on him. Okay. And if you'll remember,
I think he's got a chance to be a really good player. Am I off on that?
No, you're not off, because he's a really high effort, violent dude. Yeah. And that's really a plus in the National Football League playing defense. But the other thing is, and you guys will know this, and our listeners do too, one of the big pluses that we played against at Indy when Danico Autry was there, and now that he's a Titan, is his versatility, the things that he can do. All right, so he
stood up last year.
He absolutely did. Yeah. But they're a multiple front defense, and especially on third, and especially even towards the end of the season, guys, when they were getting pressure with 4, it wasn't just 4 lining up in a 9, a 5, a 3, and a shade, and on your mark, get set, go. They were lining up a lot of different places. Mm-hmm. We're still going to see that.
Coach, I've asked pretty much everybody here that we've been in contact with, who are you most anxious to see tomorrow? Like going into the season, we always know it's one person. Of course, you want to see the team, but it's always one person you have your eye on. Who is somebody that you want to see stick out or you're anxious to see?
Good question. And I tell you, to me, I really am intrigued by Kyle Phillips.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to see, because look, let me tell you something. Not that I know everything, but
You know a whole lot, though, Coach.
special teams on first games, you've got to be clean on teams. And a lot of games flip the first couple of weeks of the season because here's what happens with special teams in the National Football League. You're always changing those guys season to season because those are the guys that, either make or break or make or don't make the team because of what they can play. But there's an art to playing special teams. And the reason I bring this up is the cleaner a team plays on special teams the first couple of weeks really helps you win because then you don't have all of the hidden yardage penalties. You don't have the young guy running down and negating a 18-yard return by blocking somebody in the back. Yeah. You don't have somebody negate a really good kick by holding. All of those things, you need to be clean on teams. And you especially you notice two things in early games. How clean the unit is on teams in every aspect. I'm not just talking about the kicking. I'm talking about every aspect that goes into special teams and tackling. Yeah. Because you don't get to tackle live because there's not enough bodies to do that. Right. And so those two things, as a coach, as a longtime coach in the National Football League, you emphasize those things going in. And so to me, he could be a huge advantage if what we saw in the preseason. Now, he's going to have different dudes covering him than he had in the preseason.
Right,
we all are aware of that.
These would be the ones.
But I think what that we all watched, if you watch tape on him at UCLA, he's got a knack for this. And also, I'm very interested to see if he gets inserted in that slot, in some altered offensive personnel groups, what he can do. Because I think what I've seen, is a guy that can get away pretty quick, in a short space.
So Jamie Gillan is their punter. He was in Cleveland his 3 years in the league. Last year averaged 44 yards per punt. Out of 42 punts, only one touchback. Got 15 of them inside the 20. So a guy that can kind of, I don't know, maybe Brent Kern it, like get it where he wants it to be and where he wants you to catch it.
Sure. You know what it sounds like to me when you read that? A professional punter.
Yeah.
That's what they get. That's what they get paid to do.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, it's the game within the game. It absolutely is. And so, I'm interested to see what he can do. I really hope he gets a chance.
Yeah.
And I hope he shines out because he's somebody that could really help you. That when you look at it, you say, okay, there's some hidden yardage there that we need.
Yeah.
Zone TV feed, a question from Bruce wants to know your take on NWI, Nick Westbrook-Akina, moving into more of a role this year.